Joe Smith with us now, member of the Indiana broadcasting team, but also a major broadcaster for high school sports in the state. The Golden Voice, as I call him. And I know he hates I'm going to say this, but a recent induction into the Monroe County Sports Hall of Fame. Congratulations on that, by the way, Joe. Much deserving, long overdue.
Well, thank you, Jim, and appreciate you being there. It was a great crowd. Had all my 6 grandkids on hand, and Jeff and Jamie, and it was a great night as it turned out. And Hall of Fame committee did another great job. You know, Monroe County went into that mass situation just 2 days before the banquet a couple of weeks ago. But that being said, things worked out well. A crowd of over 200 for our 10th induction. So I congratulate all of the. This was the 10th class down through the years, and so things worked out well. And appreciate you being there for the support, and onward and upward we go.
One of the first things that I ever did, it was, I guess, the first thing that I ever truly did in media, you were involved in. It was back in Damon Bailey's high school era. We did a high school Final Four preview show that you hosted, and that was the first thing that I ever worked on ever in my entire media career. But and it's just, I could almost hear everything that you said in that thing still to these days, and I'm like, man, he was a golden voice then and he's a golden voice now. But glad to have him. Man, high school football's back. And
yeah, it was interesting. Interesting you had Kyle on. He sat right behind. Last time I saw Kyle was obviously that Summit State Thriller at Seymour back in March with Bloomington South and Lawrence North. And Kyle does such a great job, great insight, great information, especially here in the preseason when, it's not like broadcasters, local, play-by-play guys and analysts have, SIDs to supply them with information. It's a lot of work preseason wise. And Kyle and John Harrell, who, by the way, went in with me to the Monroe County Sports Hall of Fame. My gosh, what he has done for high school sports, both football and basketball, is just invaluable as far as, I think I can speak on behalf of every broadcaster that does a high school game in the state of Indiana. So it's great to use their information and to help incorporate into the preparation, which I'm doing here at the kitchen table this morning for our Edgewood Mitchell opener on Friday night.
Yeah, and high school is, even to this day, and I hate, maybe it sounds like I hope it doesn't sound like a glory day thing, but high school sports are still one of the funnest things that I have ever done in my life. I mean, it's a memory, because if you don't play pro ball and continue to go, It's a capsule. And it is. It's the camaraderie, because it's never, you're never with that. You are never with that group of people again. When that ends, it's over. I mean, lives are going to go on, but you're with them for a number of years and doing things and hard work and going through the two-a-days and all that. And then after that's over, it's gone. But it lasts. I mean, it was just fun. I can still remember all those games. It's not like Little League baseball. It's not like anything else. For whatever reason, it is just encapsulated in my mind, and it's just I think it's a golden time in a kid's life.
Well, you bring up a good point. You develop a lot of relationships. That was one of the themes of my acceptance speech that night of the Hall of Fame. And Jim, you know me now for years, and my bread and butter is still high school sports. I still enjoy. This is my 52nd season now, starting on Friday night. Hey, don't get me wrong. Love sitting next to Fish every Saturday for football, and Buck and Eric, and I love that. That's going to be 39 or 40 years. I'm losing track there on the IU network, but still enjoy the high school game. That's why everyone's retired, I think, but me. But I still enjoy it, and but it's those relationships that the foundation is built. When you're 15, 16, 17 years old, and a lot of great memories, as you know.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. If you're still doing something you love, you're still great at it, which you are. Why don't if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
So yeah,
How many? I mean, you got.
I remember I was driving. I think it was to French Lick last year during the game you just talked about, the Lawrence North and South game, and it just happened to pick you up on the radio. And as soon as it went across, boom! I heard that voice, bam, stopped, and I'm like, listening to that game. First of all, that game was awesome, and you on the call made it great. I had to pull over because I kept losing it. I pulled over on the road for 45 minutes just to listen to that game in the middle of nowhere, and loved it because I don't get to listen to the people on radio like I used to, like I love, because I'm too busy doing other things in it, like Fish. I don't like all the IU games. I hate not getting to hear him call the games. I wish they would feed that sound, and I've said this to JD Campbell, up to the media people so we could actually hear it. I think it would benefit us, and it can't be that hard, but I would love to be able to hear his broadcast, but I never get to hear him anymore, and it sucks.
I think, and I don't know, but the way that the press box at the stadium is constructed, I think the feed of the game goes up to the suites and to the upper floors. And you guys, well, we're on the same floor, as you know, yeah. So on the fifth floor. So we don't do that in football, and I don't know about the basketball situation. It used to be, I know, in years past, and it still may be, except for last year, the broadcast of the game out in the lobbies, so people can.
It still is.
While they're getting.
Sometimes I'll sneak out to have to run to the restroom or something,
gotcha.
and I can hear it, and I'm like, man, maybe I'll just stay out here and watch the game. But no. So what's coming up? What are you doing right now? What's coming up next for you? I know you're preparing for the football season.
Yeah, I got all three Monroe County schools open at home. Two of our both city high schools, North and South, are ranked preseason wise. South, of course, has Dylan McCullough's two boys, Deshaun and Day, and they'll make their debut Friday night. New Albany comes up here to take on Gabe Johnson's South Panthers, who are 9th ranked. And I tell you what, Jim, one of the best quarterbacks in the state is Reese Lozano, who will be in his 4th year as a start. Pardon me. As a starter for Scott Bless. I'm going to have to drink some coffee.
Have a drink, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, is he not the grandson of our good friend Kit Klingelhofer, who I will be seeing here in about 2 hours?
He is indeed. I didn't mean to get choked up there, but I've watched him develop since he's been a freshman, and he needs 139 yards Friday night to hit 5,000 passing career yards. And wow. The Cougs go in 17th ranked in the state and have Greenwood, who they had down 9 points in the third quarter in the opener a year ago, a game we did, and got beat. So Greenwood comes up. By the way, that's Scott Bless's high school alma mater. So he's in his 17th year now, and Gabe's in his 2nd. And Caleb True in his 1st year out at Edgewood. And the Mustangs will host Mitchell as they get their season rolling as well. We're doing that game out on the famed red carpet now.
I've not been out there.
Yeah,
it wasn't like that when I was out there. It was grass.
Oh no, they had the gun turret. I sweat and lost a few pounds in that old press box, but they have a brand new palace now, and it's outstanding over on the south side of the field. So we're out there. We're out there Friday night.